Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover from the winners of XXL's 2025 awards that included Kendrick, 50 Cent, Eminem among other winners this year. We also have more on Joe Budden misfiring and unknowingly dissing Kendrick Lamar's performance ahead of time due to the leaks when he referred to Kendrick as cultureless and stupid, among other things.
People that believe that that was Kendrick's Super Bowl lineup, you're an idiot. Read it so they can hear just how stupid they are.
Yeah, I was like, this makes no sense to me.
Y'all are really stupid. Whoever this cultureless kid is that put this together, this is the worst Super Bowl lineup I've ever heard.
And we got King Crooked break down what Joe Budden missed when he flew off the handle in reaction to the leaked setlist. And speaking on Joe Budden, he fired back at Drake for trolling him hours ago. That's got social media users in shock based on what he had to say about Drake. And at the latter part of the video, we have more on 50 Cent's quest to destroy Big Meech, as some more wild details have emerged. And for lack of a better word, Big Meech is getting triangulated right now to expose his snitching ways. More on this later. And today we'll be starting with XXL's 2025 awards, then raise some eyebrows as you'd see, and Kendrick Lamar continues to dominate. Check it out. Artist of the Year, Kendrick Lamar. Album of the Year, GNX. Song of the Year, Not Like Us. Male Rapper of the Year, Kendrick Lamar. Lyricist of the Year, Kendrick Lamar. Video of the Year, Not Like Us. Female Rapper of the Year, Doechii and Glorilla. Tied. Best New Artist, Big X The Plug. Producer of the Year, Mustard. Humanitarian of the Year, 50 Cent. And the People's Champ, Eminem. And some are surprised that M was able to win anything. I'm surprised Eminem won anything at all. Loudly crying emoji. Kendrick swept again. However, a user expanded. Of course, Kendrick swept everything as he does every time on every awards show. But Eminem won the only award that matters. The fans love him. Who cares what y'all think? And this was because this was reportedly based on fan votes. And if Drake didn't go ahead to sue UMG over Not Like Us, my theory is that Houdini could have gotten some more awards, like Video of the Year at the Grammys. But Drake had to mess around and they had to send a message. Of course, this is my theory. And moving on, we already saw Joe Budden crash out over Kendrick Lamar's set list when he thought the leak was fake. And while we await to see the segments of Joe Budden's epic backtracking, we got King Crooked break down what Joe Budden missed when he crashed out over the setlist. And from a commercial perspective, King Crooked was spitting some fire. Check it out from his chat with 3 Letterman.
We don't want to see that. Nah, you supposed to take, listen, bro, from a business standpoint, let's talk from a business standpoint. From a business standpoint, if you are pushing an album called GNX and you're on the biggest stage in the world, you now have the opportunity to familiarize a wide audience with your new album that you're pushing and promoting. You're about to go on a tour to even further promote this album. Why would I not force feed these motherfuckers these goddamn songs, bro? Because see, Kendrick knows about living on the charts. Good Kid, Mad City been on the charts since it dropped. But in order to do that, you gotta keep working your jelly. You can't stop. So he's like, yo, I know y'all probably want to hear this, y'all probably want to hear that. Rule number 1, as an artist, you give the people what you want to present to them. Don't let the crowd dictate what you doing. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2, sometimes you go inside of a show and they ain't never heard none of your songs. If you're a real MC, by the end of the show, they on their feet, period. Rule number 3, we are promoting GNX. Me and SZA are going on a GNX tour.
Yeah, facts, yeah.
I gotta run these GNX joints, period. Let the peanut gallery say whatever they want to. I'm running these joints.
Yeah, because I saw people saying, oh, why he's not doing swimming pools? Why is he not doing, it's gonna be all right. Like, people are mad he didn't think it's gonna be all right. I was like, yo, chill.
Didn't he do that with Drake? He did that already. Dog, the symbolism.
Yes.
All right, let's put it this way, bro. Let's talk about the essence of this shit, especially on MC level, the essence.
However, some users disagree with Crook. Hip-hop doesn't need to be artistic. Leave that to Usher, Bruno, Beyonce, etc. I understand he wanted to promote his GNX album, but that's why he has a stadium tour this summer. His die-hard fans will go see him perform songs from the album. In the Super Bowl, people want to hear hits. Like, I understand where fans who feel this way are coming from, but like we pointed out earlier, from a commercial perspective, and also from a more, quote, selfish point of view, Kendrick's Good Kid, Mad City is already the longest running studio album on Billboard 200, keyword studio album, and the Super Bowl performance was a great way to extend GNX's longevity by introducing it to a wider audience, an audience he could never reach through a tour. And moving on, we got Drake troll Joe Budden on his Finsta account when he shared a snippet of Budden looking like someone's great-granddad, and like a user predicted, Joe about to rant about this for 40 days and 40 nights. It has already begun, as Joe Budden took some time to put Drake on blast. Check out a snippet that hit social media.
But yes, for me, Game Over at the top says it's the bow. It's over. It is over. And I'm glad to, because I'm done.
I'm tired of it.
I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it.
I mean, I don't think it'll ever be done just because of the significance of the battle in fucking hip-hop history. But I think we can done...
This was the cumulative moment that everybody was waiting for.
I think we can be done, like, with the hyper-analyzing of shit.
That's what I'm saying.
You know that rap
in regards
Hey,
to
Drake, don't shoot at me now that you ice cold. I'm not doing a back and forth with a corpse.
Come on, man.
I wanted to do it when you was lit. It was fun. Don't go get shot all through the year and then pop up like Bernie at Weekend at Bernie's wanting to shoot at me now. No, go spin. Spin the fucking block. This is fucking good. Are you crazy? I'll save it. But I just seen that shit. Is he crazy?
He know it's pod day.
Been 99 niggas done jumped on your ass. You out smoking hookah in turquoise boots. Don't post me. Nigga, go get your fucking lick back. Fucking bitch.
That's how you really feel.
You feel like I feel. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I hate to do that to y'all. Put y'all in a position.
Who y'all?
What? Nobody in no position.
I know y'all like him.
You still know y'all?
I still like him.
I don't.
Yeah, you
I
still
don't
know
care.
y'all?
I'm buying that album Friday.
Yeah, I'm not buying the album, but
You're not buying the album?
I'm not a party fan. Y'all know that. I don't fuck with party music.
That's true.
And this sparked reactions like mad. Joe Budden sitting on a couch talking about relevance while Drake is selling out stadiums in Australia will never get old to me, laughing emoji. And some users have called out the pod for being out of touch with reality. Perception is so powerful that reality doesn't matter. On this same pod, they said the label isn't pushing the button, yet Drake's streaming numbers and some songs from 100 gigabytes are outperforming everyone apart from Kendrick songs. He's ice cold when it comes to social media discourse, not on people's phones and playlists. But do you agree with Budden? As some are convinced, Joe mentions him on every single pod, but he can't respond back to him. It doesn't make sense. If he's cold, then ignore him. Shrugs emoji. And some came for Joe's neck. Wow. Joe Budden, your entire pathetic music career was and still is a cold corpse. We don't want to hear from quitters or losers anymore. And we got Alchemist briefly speak on producing Kendrick's Meet the Grahams. Check out a snippet from The Breakfast Club.
You know what I mean?
Right. Now you did Meet the Grahams. Now originally, was that a gospel record? Or supposed to be a gospel record?
The samples is from a gospel record, yeah.
What gospel artist you made that dog shit for?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you just sampled the gospel. Oh, I was like, what?
Yeah, nah, and I you know, yeah, that's a gospel record. Yeah, the sample was.
How do you feel when people make your beats like diss records?
It happens a lot to me.
It does happen to you a lot.
Like 50 with the Animal thing back then, and it was the Bang Bang, and I become like, I want to be Switzerland, really. I try to tell the rappers, hey, I'm Switzerland, like, leave me out of it, you know? I don't, but they end up making me the battleground. I mean, I'm indifferent to it. It's like, I don't have a dog, you know, so it's like, I make beats.
Do people get mad at you though? Cause
sometimes.
I know you like, but look, here's the beat. I'm not a...
Sure, for sure. But in that case, I had sent the record to Dot months before that happened, and like I heard it when everyone else heard it. So it was like, yeah, that was one of them situations where it was like, I don't like to get involved in stuff, but sometimes it happens. And, it was tricky during the time when P and Mobb Deep and Nas had beef with Jay. It was always a weird thing. It probably stopped me from doing work with Jay back then. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But all that's the past.
Were you supposed to?
I mean, there was times we spoke for sure back then. You know what I mean? Like definitely.
But you was so click with Mobb Deep.
That's what I mean. You remember back then? It was kind of like it was like there are instances where they're like damn near family, and it would kind of be awkward.
And moving on, 50 Cent stays relentless. He posted this hours ago.
And the first time I met 50, it was just genuine. And I sat by him, and we actually got to watch people audition for a couple hours. And the next day he called me, 8 o'clock in the morning, woke me up. I'm like, damn, 50 calling me. So I answer the phone, he like, hey, what you think about going to acting classes? I want you to play your dad. And at first, it sounded crazy, but of course, I'm gonna do it. I'm not doing nothing, so of course I wanted to do it. I just didn't know if I could do it.
The draft from Randy because it was important to show the origin story, to see the innocence and how they chose to get involved, and then it grew. Well, I hired 2 of the top casting agents in California. They sent me photos of people who would be good choices to play the role, and none of them looked like him. None of them. I'm like, yo, nah, this is not it. I had done the casting in Atlanta. I run into him then. But when I look at him, he looked like his daddy, like spitting his hair down like his daddy. The same thing, like it was like, yo, I'm like, he looks less like his dad in the show than he did that day. I got him from Atlanta to California and was able to get him with the coaches and have him be in a new environment where he can have that extreme focus to get ready faster than he would usually get ready. So the intensity of just being that focused on doing it allowed him to achieve this in a short period of time. He was able to do it because, financially, I was supporting the idea, and I believe he could do it. He had moved to California and was working with acting coaches, and his dad didn't know that he was actually doing that because we had to establish that he was good enough to do it. Even his dad is the kind of person that doesn't like to fail at things. So he'll look and he'll say, is he the best person for it? And I'm saying, yeah, he's the best person for it, for multiple reasons. You can't find anything more authentic than him portraying his dad.
And he added the caption, why old boy didn't look out for Lil Meech and send him to acting school. Big screech, all your people that was out did nothing for him. You came home thinking you the black Pablo Escobar and effed him up. I helped your family make over $5 million legit dollars. It is not my fault, it is all gone. You think people don't see you wanna shine so bad. You're wearing the baby's jewelry. Clown, give the baby back his jewelry. And talk about triangulation, as we got another source out here saying the same thing 50 Cent's been saying the last few days. Check out a snippet from Cam Capone News.
The last interview that we had, and a lot of people had a lot of stuff to say. They don't believe it, Blue's hating. When I went back and I looked at everything, I was like, you know what, bro? It's only right and only one way to really do it. Only one way to really do it and just let Dog speak for itself. So I wanted him to call in, and this is him calling in during the interview. Go ahead, Cuff, man. You can introduce yourself and take the flow.
Blue, my nigga, what's up, man?
Yes, sir.
A lot of people, man, is thinking that this thing is made up or this thing is fake or that I have an axe to grind, you feel me? But I'm in here with a 27-year sentence based on Demetrius Flannery, as you all know as Big Meech, and Tammy Collins, known in the paperwork as CS1, Confidential Source 1. So what Big Meech did was call a third-party cooperation. So Tammy Collins signed up to be a DEA informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut.
And while Blue is already being accused of being a rat himself, perhaps it takes one to know one. I don't know. Share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.